call from the unconscious. There are moments when the Earth doesn't just shake with tectonic waves, but trembles from a warning whispered deep within the human unconscious. July 30th, 2025, a day that seemed so ordinary. Until the ground quaked, the sea surged, and Japan stepped into one of the greatest trials it has faced since the 2011 catastrophe. Earthquake from Russia, the origin of the tsunami. At approximately 11:30 a.m. local time, a massive 8.7 magnitude earthquake struck Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula in the country's far east, a region well known for its intense geological activity, frequent earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. According to the U.S. Geological Survey (USGS), at least 6 more earthquakes were recorded off the Kamchatka coast on the same day, with magnitudes of 6.9, 6.3, 5.4, 5.7, and 5.6. Early reports from Tintas revealed that several people were injured during the evacuation. One woman even jumped out of a window to escape. However, according to Oleg Menashov, head of the local health agency, all victims are in stable condition and no severe injuries have been reported. Russian authorities warned that aftershocks could persist for weeks, with the possibility of additional quakes reaching up to 7.5 magnitude, as cautioned by the Russian Academy of Sciences Institute of Geophysics. In fact, over the past 10 days, the Kamchatka Peninsula has experienced a series of earthquakes. On July 20th, 5 consecutive tremors struck near Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, including one measuring 7.4 magnitude. Tsunami alert in Japan. Waves may reach 3 meters. As a result of the seismic chain reaction, Hokkaido, northern Japan, recorded the first tsunami wave at around 30 centimeters, according to NHK World Japan. Though small at first, Japan's NSK agency warned that tsunami waves could be significantly more powerful than normal sea waves. A wave just 50 centimeters high can exert a force of 200 kilograms, enough to knock over an adult. The Japan Meteorological Agency (JMA) warned that some regions could be hit with tsunami waves up to 3 meters high. From Hokkaido to Wakayama, residents were instructed to evacuate immediately to higher ground. Even areas under lower-level tsunami alerts were told to stay away from coastal and river areas. JMA emphasized, tsunamis may occur in multiple waves, with the second often being stronger than the first. Therefore, citizens must remain alert and only return when the official all-clear is given. The first waves were expected between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. local time. In a brief address that morning, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, note possibly misnamed as Sikeru Espa in the original, urged citizens to evacuate threatened areas and assured the government would do everything in its power to protect lives, despite the unfolding uncertainty. Baba Manga's prophecy, coincidence or destiny? A manga artist made terrifying predictions of a catastrophic disaster that would strike Japan in 2025, frightening people so much that many canceled their planned summer vacations to the country. The artist, Rio Tatsuki, has been nicknamed Baba Manga, in reference to Baba Vanga, the famous Bulgarian prophet. In the 2021 edition of her best-selling manga series The Future I Saw, which sold over 1 million copies, Tatsuki predicted a major disaster would occur in July 2025. In chilling detail, she described a massive tsunami triggered by seismic activity near Japan, devastating surrounding regions. She illustrated a scene of the ocean boiling off Japan's eastern coastline, which readers interpreted as a sign of an imminent undersea volcanic eruption, one capable of causing widespread destruction. The buzz around her prediction grew louder when fans recalled her earlier manga, published back in 1999, in which she warned of a major disaster hitting Japan in March 2011. The exact date of the real-life Tohoku earthquake and tsunami that killed over 18,000 people and triggered the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear crisis. Because of these uncanny similarities, many came to believe in her most recent vision. Warnings spread like wildfire across social media, urging people to stay away from Japan, calling the summer of 2025 a time of impending doomsday. As fear took hold, numerous travelers began canceling their trips to Japan. Flight bookings from major markets like South Korea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong plummeted. According to a survey by Bloomberg Intelligence, flights from Hong Kong dropped by 50% compared to the previous year, while bookings between late June and early July fell by as much as 83%. One Hong Kong-based travel agency reported that spring holiday tours to Japan from April to May were cut in half compared to the year before. In response, Japanese officials urged the public to ignore what they described as groundless warnings. Yoshihiro Murai, governor of Miyagi Prefecture, one of the regions most heavily affected by the 2011 disaster, stated during a press conference, "It would be a serious problem if unscientific rumors on social media hurt our tourism industry. There is no reason to be afraid. The Japanese are not fleeing abroad. I hope people will ignore the rumors and continue to visit." Unfortunately, Japan's supposed catastrophe may not be the only calamity on the horizon. In the same manga series, Tatsuki also predicted the COVID-19 pandemic, writing that a mysterious virus would emerge in 2020, kill over 7 million people, and overwhelm hospitals across the globe. She further warned that this virus would disappear after peaking in April, only to resurface 10 years later in 2030, bringing with it an even greater disaster. The silence of those who know how to listen. As rumors about the prophecy spread across the internet, the Japanese government did not stand aside. They spoke out, dismissing it as superstition and unfounded fear. In an emergency press conference, the governor of Miyagi Prefecture, a place that once endured the nightmare of the 2011 tsunami, firmly declared, "The Japanese do not run. We do not fear what science has yet to prove." And yet, elsewhere, that woman Rio Tatsuki did not argue, did not debate. She simply whispered a sentence, quiet but as deep as a call from the ocean floor. "When the sea speaks, listen with your soul. Because there are things that reason alone cannot understand. There are dreams, even when drawn in comics, that carry fragments of memories from a future not yet arrived. Not all warnings are written in numbers, maps, or seismic readings. Sometimes they are written in intuition, in the quiet senses of souls attuned to the Earth's frequencies. And perhaps it is those who silently listen who truly understand. The Earth never sleeps, the ground still trembles, the sea still roars. But the most frightening thing is not the tsunami, not the volcano beneath the sea. It is forgetfulness. The forgetfulness that, no matter how advanced we become, human beings are still just a tiny part of nature's vast, magnificent whole.